Welcome back. Remember in the previous lesson, I gave you an exercise, a problem to solve, or a challenge, and that is to find a way to patch the file so that when it runs, it will not quit. Instead, it will continue to show the flag. So in this lesson, I will give you the solution. So in this lesson, I will show you how to patch using jumps and how to assemble jump instructions. So let us get started. We will open our patch file using x64dbg. Then we will press F9 to go to the entry point. Next, we will scroll down and look for our patch. Earlier on, we patched the jump instruction with 2 NOPs. So now, we need the program to stop at the correct place, and instead of exiting, it should pause there. So how do we make the program pause instead of exiting? So the tip I gave you was to use jump. So here is the solution. After the program runs and calls this instruction, it will show the flag, and we want the flag to keep on showing instead of exiting. So what we need to do is that we must prevent the instruction from continuing. How do we prevent the instruction continuing? One way is to use a jump over here. We can assemble a jump here to return to the previous instruction over and over again in a tight loop. So it will keep on looping. If I put a jump to the previous address on top here, when it comes to this leave instruction, it will jump back on top. So let's try. So now I will assemble the jump instruction at this address. Just double click it or press spacebar to open the assemble dialog. Make sure this is checked, and here we are going to jump to this address, the address just before leave. So we should copy this address. So let me close this first and copy this address. So select this address, right click, copy, select address. Now come down to the leave instruction and press spacebar or double click and type JMP, unconditional jump, and then right click and paste the address which you copy up here. Notice that you get an error, invalid state. What you need to do is prepend 0x in front. 0x is a symbol for hexadecimal. So you need to put 0x in front to tell the assembler that you are using hexadecimal. Then make sure this is checked and then click OK. So notice we are jumping to this address. Whenever we come here, we jump to the previous address. Click OK. And then click X to close the assembler. So now we have modified our leave instruction to jump to previous address, and it has also filled in the extra bytes with no ops. So this is important to maintain the size of the program. So whenever it comes here, it will jump to the previous one again and again repeatedly. So let us now create a new patch file. Press on F on the file and then select patch file and then click on patch file button. Now select a new name for our patch file, call it patch2. .exe. Click Save. Then you can close the dialog and now load the new patch2 and open it. Press F9 to go to entry point, and notice this time we don't have any breaks. Just go ahead and press the F9 to run, and you can see the program did not exit. It stayed open. So we have solved the challenge. Now let us try to test it from the command line. So we open a command line, type dir to locate the new patch2 file and try to run it from here. Press enter and you can see the program stayed open, it did not exit. So this is how we can patch the file using a jump. So if we wanted to exit the file, we just close it. So same thing here, we want to exit the file, we just end the debugger. So once again, when you want to patch a file with jump, first you get the address you want to jump to. So the address you want to jump to is here. So once you get the address that you want to jump to, you just assemble it using the new instruction jump followed by 0x in front to indicate it's hexadecimal, and then you paste your address of the instruction before it, and then make sure this is checked and click OK. So that is all. So thank you for watching. In this lesson we have learned how to patch jumps how to patch the file with jump instructions. I'll see you in the next lesson.